Lena was very, very shy. I remember her looking like the girl off the telly and knowing her straight away. And then I remember she went away a bit. And then I remember her looking thinner quite quickly.
You know, we used to do dance classes and things, and there would be people there who perhaps, I don't know, it was something you looked at your body, didn't you? If you were going to be a dancer and all those things, yes, you have to fit the costume. The difficulty is getting the balance of it all. And in those days, we did not have that balance.
In the 60s and 70s, the idea of beauty was very thin women. It was always kind of a thing, like when you laid down on the floor to do your exercises, you wanted that concave belly and your hip bones to be sticking out. And it was like coveted. We knew that there were people that were making themselves sick, but we didn't know it had a name.
We would sit and I'd have my packed lunch and she'd be, oh, I've had something, and I'd go, have you really?
Do you like seeing yourself on the telly?
Well, I point out all my mistakes, really. You know, I sort of criticise myself.
She looked slim. She looked too slim. But maybe that slipped through the net.
When I was doing Opportunity Knocks, I was a 12-year-old, chubby little boy. So I was given an incentive. For every £1 I lost, I'd be paid £1.
And so who incentivised you?
So that was, you know, that was my management. So that was Philip and Dorothy that were sending that message.
Dorothy Solomon, when you first took Lena away to start this incredible career of hers, in this unbelievable 4 years that she's had, you didn't really want to get involved in it, did you?
No, not with a 9-year-old child.
What, you expected her to be a monster, did you?
Yes, and also it's quite difficult, you know, to look after a child of that age.
Yeah, Opportunity Knocks the pounds off Lena. And this was dated in May 1974.
So we were buying clothes and I put it to her that she really did need to lose some weight, said Dorothy.
She agreed and has been very good about cutting out all those unnecessary extras.
Her agent, Mrs. Dorothy Solomon, said she was a pudgy little thing. She's only 4 foot 1.5 inches tall, and she used to weigh about half a stone more than she does at the moment. So she'd be, what, 10, 11 at that point? Yeah. So Lena was having the same experience that I had.
You know, this is someone who's looking after her. I don't expect it from her manager. I would expect it from somebody that didn't care about hurting anyone's feelings, but I wouldn't expect her representative to represent her with those words.
Even in those days?
Even in those days.